anything but plain. I bet one person has commented about getting feet pics, and now they're flying high from the compliment and their creepy TikTok follow count is soaring.
Too bad it's gonna be a hell of a crash landing when they catch hundreds of diseases from the filthy aircraft floor. MRSA and SARS? Talk about excess carry-on baggage. Hey Girl Scout, what's shakin'? How have you been? I personally have been enjoying life quietly, only interacting with those who are required to complete my daily quests of buying Pepsi Max and used PS5 games that were too risky to buy new. Yes, my main character story ain't much, but it's an honest grind played on medium difficulty because while I like to game, I kinda suck. But today isn't about the casual gamers. We're here today to discuss the esports wannabe main characters who think their title overshadows everyone else's and who treat their NPCs like GTA 5 style punching bags of flesh and nothing more.
Jerk.
You know, the ones who think they're God's gift to the world and that other people are lucky to even get to experience a sliver of their day. And so, without further ado, let's press play on the video and watch some of these main character syndrome people act out of line so we can experience the secondhand embarrassment for them. Let's just jump right into things.
This is fucking bullshit. Shut the fuck up!
You get that? I was like so mesmerized. Can you like say it one more time? One more time, everybody. I love this reaction.
I think that TikTok just gave me brain freeze.
What the fuck is happening?
I can only imagine the poor cashier, just minding his own business when all of a sudden someone decides his privacy doesn't matter and starts recording a TikTok in his face. How he didn't take a can of whipped cream and spray it down their open mouths is beyond me, because while talented, this was not the setting for your family a cappella tryouts. Imagine you just want to indulge after a long day of work with a little bit of ice cream because it's Friday and you've got no plans and honestly, you earned it. You're exhausted, plan to just quickly run in and grab your cone, and then this happens with the people in front of you. It's absolutely nuts, with hot fudge, that in their minds, they just made your day with their angelic singing voices. But the reality is you're kinda pissed because now you're out those extra 5 minutes of you time before the kids come home from daycare. But how could they know? Everyone else seems so happy every time they start their little bit. So surely everyone's days are better when they decide to film a TikTok in public, right? The cherry on top for me is how neutral the people behind them are, and how the mom still goes, "I love your reactions." Because acknowledgement of the situation that they literally cannot ignore happening in front of them means something. What's the alternative? Walk out? Pretend they don't see? Miss out on ice cream because some clout-starved Pinterest mom and her do-no-wrong kids want to be scouted for America's Got Talent? Since they don't find themselves cringe, I will melt into a puddle of embarrassment and cookie dough ice cream on their behalf. Let's banana split from this one and move on to the next.
我现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
Well, it looks like the tables are turning, and in this new reboot of the Disney classic, our beauty is actually Gaston standing up for himself in the face of sexual harassment. And our beast is the tourist who thinks it's funny to ignore people telling her she's crossed their boundaries. Bonus points for the inevitable gladiator sandal tan she'll have, truly making her look horrendous and solidifying her assigned character. Maybe attending courses on appropriate conduct is her moment to turn into a beautiful princess. Or maybe she'll reach a new low, end up in Toontown prison for a bit, and be forced to confront the fact that she isn't the Belle she thinks she is. Please, someone cryogenically freeze my body and only bring me back when the world is more open to listening to men when they talk about this type of stuff happening without spewing some misandry as a retort and brushing it off.
Welcome back, Mr. Disney.
Are the gone yet?
No.
Put me back in.
The fact that this gal laughed when he told her to stop, tried again multiple times, and didn't apologize as she was turned away was massively inappropriate. Nicknaming Disney World the happiest place on earth doesn't mean indulging your self-absorbed fantasies of feeling up fictional characters. It means everyone you grow up watching is real and nice to you, and you get to go on rides and eat cool movie-inspired snacks, okay? And most importantly, Gaston was right. There are children around, and I guarantee they're not there to see that happening. Remember that despite all of the Rule 34 things you've seen online, these movies are PG and meant for 6-year-olds, so don't go around doing whatever you want and ignoring the little ones who just want to watch Gaston do push-ups and laugh at him for being silly. And also, Disney is really strict about their cast members staying in character, so by trying to protect children from obscene behavior, Gaston might have cost himself his job. Maybe he really is more of a hero than we once pegged him as. And seeing everything combined with her nonchalance of risking his career for a little bit of unwanted groping action, I think we need to remember that villains come in all forms, including tipsy millennials who think they're too cute to not get away with being overly flirty. Let's move on. Yes, I too love listening to the sounds of nature in the park. Birds tweeting like K-pop stands after Jimin breathes or something. Leaves dancing in the wind like they just discovered the newest TikTok trend. Wind howling like a YouTuber who just failed a try not to laugh challenge. And Mother Nature's own DaBaby blasting through some kid's phone speaker. Isn't our Earth so beautiful? #blessed. But seriously, I hate that people think calling out rude behavior or anyone that isn't a Gen Z expressing their opinion is synonymous with them being a Karen. God forbid someone wants to keep their kids from hearing X-rated content while on the family playdate in the park and wanting to avoid having to explain what a bussy and clapping cheeks means. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I do feel like younger kids are a lot quicker to disrespect authority and become rude and defensive in the face of criticism a lot easier. Or they aren't even upset, but they do so with the intention of pushing buttons to get adults to explode so that they can get clout on TikTok from it. I'm not saying there aren't Karens aplenty out there, but I do think it loses its zing when every adult who triggers a kid by not complying with their every want is suddenly considered one. And come on, like this kid wouldn't be just as annoyed if someone else was blasting music they absolutely hated in public? No one wants to listen to anyone's music but their own. Too bad we haven't invented something that allows us to hear our music but make sure no one else can. Then maybe the kid could listen to some music while not disrupting everyone else. Something that goes in our ears and is connected to our phones in some way. We could call it earphones. Trademark, so don't even try to copy me. I think it's time to say later skater to the kid who thinks their music is so important that the world needs to hear it and find a main character a little bit quieter. If that's even possible. They all seem to love making too much noise. Haven't you noticed?
No, you go straight on, mate. You go straight on. You're doing a good job. Well done. Good boy.
As per the usual, I thought I'd end my main character video with the biggest main character I could find. One with a pine or cedar bark bigger than his bite. What a wiener, thinking he can take up that whole path and not even considering the inconvenience he brings to everyone else. Big woof to the people who cater to this guy, actually giving him the right of way, solidifying in his mind that he truly is more important and deserving than everyone else. It's true what they say. The cute ones always get away with stealing the spotlight. I bet if it was one of those weird Chinese crested dogs or an English bull terrier, these people wouldn't be so quick to ooh and ah. Or maybe they would, because every dog is the main character, and rightfully so. And with that, I think I'll end it here. Looks like we need to reset these games and pick a character with a bit more charisma base stat next time, eh? Seriously, I don't get why people can't understand that while they should be the stars of their own lives, that doesn't mean everyone else should be treated as oblivious side characters with no stories of their own. Because everyone else is the main character of their own lives, and for more people than not, we're simply NPCs programmed into the game that you can't even interact with. So stop thinking you're better than everyone else and more deserving of everyone's time and attention. Also, think of the amount of NPCs that drop game hints or provide helpful insight into where to go next when we're lost. Surely NPCs deserve a little more respect, no? I mean, Ryan Reynolds even starred in a movie about it. My point being, you can be the star of your life without negatively impacting the people around you. You don't know what's going on in their lives, and if you don't care about that lady in the corner of your local Starbucks and how her day is going, she most certainly doesn't care about yours either. And that's okay. No need to shove your TikTok dances in her face to show her you've got a massive social following for your sick dance moves. Be proud of yourself internally without needing validation, and ask the people who support and love you for attention, because they want to give you that. I'm tired of this trend of being disrespectful and attention grabbing when the people being disrupted aren't even getting anything out of it but inconvenience. Time is precious, and we could use those minutes left waiting for the escalator to be free of TikTok kids on something more valuable, like playing video games or watching Retro Phantom, right? If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's hit that 100K by the end of February so I can reach my personal goal. Next month, I'm planning on a lot more consistency after my vacation and just going really hard on the channel, so drop any suggestions for what you want to see next down below. Also, I've been really making an effort to reply to messages on Insta and Twitter and interacting on my Discord server, so be sure to come over to my socials and give them a follow. Anyways, that's all from me. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Thanks for watching.